Hello everyone, this is Dr. Nchibosiaku again. Welcome to Africa's Healthy Choices. Always a pleasure to be with you. We are going into talking about weight loss basics. This is where we go down to the wire. When it comes to weight, the golden rules for weight loss are we need to cut down the calories. Cut down the calories. And then increase physical activity. These are the golden rules of weight loss. Cut the calories down, increase the physical activity. The best way to lose weight between the two of them is cutting the calories, and I'll show you all of that in a minute. And when it comes to calories, calorie is the amount of energy stored in the food which your body makes use of. So the calorie is how much energy the food comes with, which your body will use. And the body, being the most efficient machine ever made on earth, will make sure it takes up all the energy and stores it if you don't use it. Calories only come from one place. It comes from the food we eat. The liver does not get up one day and say, oh, because Sam is very nice, I'm going to give him extra 200 calories. No. Calories come from only one source, and that is what we put in our mouth. And I'll go through calories for African food, everything you see, and you're going to see it. Exercise. The only way you can burn the calories or use the calories is physical activity. There are no two ways about it. People are taking pills and here and there. It boils down to a simple fact. Increase the physical activity and you're going to use the calories, which will lead to weight loss. The elephant in the room though, physical activity is good, but when it comes to weight loss, the elephant in the room is diet. The big issue to address is diet. When it comes to diet, there are so many types of diets out there. The Atkins diet, the low GI diet, the Mediterranean diet, the Amish diet, you name it, there is. It all boils down to the same thing. Cut the calories, increase your physical activity. If you can do this, you will lose weight. Now, because everybody has the diet, I'm introducing my own diet known as the SMART diet. The SMART diet brings in, it's a way of using research, scientific research. You adapt it to the African food, and then you know exactly how many calories are in there, how to tweak it so you are being smart with the food, how to tweak it here and there to cut the calories. So SMART diet is based on the following. Know what you are eating. I cannot overemphasize this. Know what you are eating. It is amazing how we want to know about everything else. We want to know about the shirt we are wearing, the pants we are wearing. We want to try it on in the store to make sure it fits well. The suit has to fit, the arms has to be right. Our cell phone, we want to know exactly what type of phone, how many megabytes are on there, gigabytes, how many the megapixels for the camera. We want to know all of that. But when it comes to food, which happens to be the most intimate and most integral part of us and our health, we don't want to know anything about it. And I don't know why. But SMART diet wants you to know everything about your food and then eat to meet your caloric needs. In other words, if you do not need the energy, don't consume it. Don't eat a ball of kenke and then go to bed. That is not appropriate. You consume so much, and I'm about to show you. It's so much energy that you are consuming and you are not using it. You are going to sleep, or you are watching TV, or you are having conversation. You have to put the energy to use. So you have to know the type of food you are eating and then eat to meet your caloric needs. The third aspect of the SMART diet is your food has to be rich in fruits and vegetables. So 3 things about the SMART diet. Know what you are eating, eat to meet your caloric needs, and then increase your fruit and vegetable content. When it comes to know what you are eating, I just want to go over a few things. The average person needs 2,000 calories a day. That's the average person. It doesn't mean everybody needs it. Some people will need a little bit more. The construction worker will need a little bit more. The one who sits in the office all day will probably need less, about 1,800. But averagely, about 2,000. If 2,000, and I'll show you what 2,000 calories looks like. If 2,000 is all we need in a day, if you are eating 3 times a day, you need to be eating up a little above 700 calories per meal. a little above 700 calories per meal. And the way to know about the calorie, 1 gram of carbohydrate gives you 4 calories. 1 gram of protein gives you 4 calories. 1 gram of fat gives you 9 calories. Which you will find out that fat or oils comes in with so much calories. Now, eat to meet your caloric needs. If you do not need it, do not eat it. Only eat what you want. We've gone over that. Avoid overeating. Avoid overeating. As Africans, we eat too much. And I want to show you something. This amount of rice is what a typical African brother or sister will eat. And actually, if you think about it, when I used to eat a lot, I could easily eat like twice as much of this. Now, this is 1 cup of rice. And if you look on the bag of rice, as you're about to find out, a quarter of a cup of rice is 180 calories. Meaning 1 cup, which is 4 quarters, is 720 calories. So, and 1 cup is not this cup. This is about 3 cups. 1 cup is not a regular cup or the Milo Chense cup we use as Africans. 1 cup is 240 mils, which is this little cup. And you can get it from the store anywhere you go, you can get it. If you cook 1 cup, this has 4 servings of rice. And if you cook it, this is how much rice you can get out of it, which is 720. 720 calories. By the time you add the stew, the average stew with the oil, because 1 tablespoon of oil is about 120 calories. By the time you are done with the stew, which is about almost 300 calories, and then your chicken comes in, that's about 200 calories per chicken. You're talking about 400 calories. You can easily pile up 1600 calories. This is besides your orange juice or the Coke you drank on the side. You can easily pile up about 1800 calories on 1 meal. The whole day, you need 2000. Why should 1 meal alone with the stew and the meat and the juice bring you almost 1600 to 1800? That is way too much. So we should avoid overeating. The smart diet, the core, the secret of the smart diet is based on this. 3,500 calories is equal to 1 pound. 3,500 calories is equal to 1 pound. If you lose 500 calories a day, in 7 days, which is 1 week, you will lose 3,500 calories, because 500 times 7 is 3,500. In 7 days, you will lose 3,500 calories. It tells me if you lose 500 calories a day, which will lose 3,500 calories a week, it tells me every week you can lose a pound. This is the secret of the smart diet, the secret of it. Cut 500 calories a day, which will sum up to 3,500 calories a week, which will be the equivalent of 1 pound a week. This is exactly what I did. I did this. I found ways to cut down about 500 to 1,000 calories, and I'm about to show you 700 ways you can cut 500 calories a day, or even more than that. I did that, and within 6 months, I have lost almost 30 pounds. And that has moved me from way obese into the normal weight. I came into America, my waist was a 34. By the time my second daughter was born, that was June of 2014, my waist was a 38. And that was an alarming moment that I cannot keep going. And by now, as I'm speaking right now, my waist didn't go back to 36, which is what it has been for the most times, but my waist has gone back to 34, which is what when I came into America with some 12 years ago. And you have a lot of men walking around with huge abdomens, and they are very concerned, they are very ashamed. I, for one, I could never wear shirts and pants because I didn't want my belly to be showing. And that is very important to us. How do we do this? Cut 500 calories a day, just 500 to 1,000 calories a day, which I'm about to show you. That will be 1 pound a week. That will be about 10 pounds in 10 weeks, which is in 10 weeks, which is 2.5 months. You should lose 10 pounds just from the diet part, on the diet part. When you are going to the gym or increasing your physical activity, you are even going to lose more. And that is also something I did. I was not going to the gym because, I'm a resident. I don't have time. I come home, I'm so tired. But when I go to work, I make sure I walk and I do so many other things, which I will show you, which then eventually leads to weight loss. Now, the golden rules again, weight loss is equal to decrease calorie, which is the elephant in the room, increase the physical activity. Now, the calorie again, 100 calories. For you to burn 100 calories, you have to walk 27 minutes and you have to jog or be on the treadmill jogging for 10 minutes. If you want to burn 100 calories, you have to walk 27 minutes. So for a bottle of Coke, which is about 240 calories, for you to burn it off, you have to walk 1 hour 16 minutes. And it goes on to support the fact that when it comes to weight loss, calories is the most important. Because how are you going to walk 1 hour 16 minutes just to burn 1 Coke? The best way to do it, don't take the Coke. Move the Coke out of it, you save yourself 1 hour and 16 minutes of walking. Now, if I want to burn this amount of rice, just by burning this amount, which is about 700 calories, I need to run for 70 minutes. I need to be on the treadmill running continuously for 1 hour 10 minutes. To walk this amount of rice off, I need to be able to walk about 3.5 hours. So if you're able to cut the rice into half, you save yourself so much energy that you are not using. But what are we doing as Africans? We eat the 700 calories and then we go to sleep. And then you have enough energy to walk 3 hours. And instead of walking, we are lying down sleeping. And what does it do? It ends up storing the fat, ends up storing on our bodies. So this is what we are going to do. In the next videos, I am going to take you through all the types of foods. And I show you how to cut out the junk. How to cut out the real junk, which are the burgers and the fast foods and the fries. Address the elephant in the room, which are carbohydrates. And then proteins, which is you have to consume in moderation. And then the danger points, which are oils, I'll take you through that. And then I also take you through fruits and vegetables, which are the God's medicine for mankind. So we'll go through a set of fruits and vegetables, which we usually consume as Africans, and that is going to be, I call that the medicine, or God's manifestation of healthy life and long life. And the challenge, my brothers and sisters, the challenge is that we are going to be able to find ways to cut down 500 calories, and I'm about to show you that. Cut 500 calories, which will mean 3,500 calories a week, which will ultimately mean 1 pound a week, and that, with that alone, is going to put you on a good path to lose weight. If you add physical activity, exercise, which I'll talk about next, you are going to find out that you are even going to lose more weight, and with that, you should trim. All right, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.